Hello everybody, this is methlokaiju, and today I'm back with another Godzilla King of the Monsters video. This video will have potential, very likely, spoiler info. So if you do not want any spoilers, click off the video please. It clearly says in the thumbnail that, there's spoilers, and in the title it says other spoilers. So if you don't want any spoilers, don't watch the video, or even the comment section, because I will be allowing spoilers in this comment section specifically. So anyhow, for those who do want spoilers, well, let's just dig in. So if you have seen a couple of my last videos, I've been mentioning this name right here for a while, Sayaka. This person is a Toho Kingdom user who supposedly saw a cut of the film back in August of last year and recently saw the movie, pretty much a final cut, near final cut of the movie in early March, mid-March, around there. So yeah, pretty recent, pretty recent. And supposedly his reasoning for this is because he's from Japan. It's pretty evident he is from Japan because he has lots of grammatical errors. And he basically said how Toho was screening the movie to a couple different watchers. So anyhow, Sayaka said a couple of interesting things that we'll be going over today, and he even drew sketches of the extra titans that we see in the movie apart from the fort. So if you want to go ahead and check that video out, it will be in the little icon thingy above in the corner. So let's go over this person's track history. They said the following, which became a reality. Here we go. So first they said in February 28th, they said, when King Ghidorah is perched on the volcano, the camera pulled forward to a church in the Mexican town. The cross on the church was parallel to King Ghidorah. Guess what we see in the beautiful TV spot that was released around March? Pretty much in March, mid-March. We see exactly this scene. So that was predicted successfully. Next, King Ghidorah in his supercharged form releases gravity beams from every pointed corner of his wings, like Grand King Ghidorah. What do we see in this TV spot? Exactly the same. What do we see in the WonderCon/CinemaCon footage? The same as well. So this was also successfully predicted. Next prediction that was correct was the following. An unfortunate pilot tries to escape in Mexico via parachute, but ends up falling in Rodan's mouth. What do we see in the Shazam/CinemaCon/WonderCon footage? Exactly that. So this person has predicted 3 things accurately. So they're definitely not just saying and spouting random claims. Again, I'm not going to say he's 100% correct, but we should definitely hear from this guy and see what he says. So this is what this video will be about. I just kind of want to introduce you guys to Sayaka, give you guys a background. But here we go. Let's get straight into the other info he has mentioned. So here we go. King Ghidorah's right head eats people for seemingly its own evil pleasure, but the middle head seems to despise this behavior and bites it. Right head is a bit humorous. So obviously this does make sense quite a lot, because Michael Dougherty said that I'm not really sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Dougherty, I think that's how you really pronounce it. Anyhow, but he says how every single head has its own personality. So it seems the red, or excuse me, not the red one, what am I saying? The right one, according to Sayaka, is the humorous evil one. Next up, the visual effect of the Oxygen Destroyer/Deoxygenator missile is a green explosion. The explosion effect then shrinks rapidly. So that is very interesting, very interesting how it's green and stuff. King Ghidorah uses the middle head to absorb the city's electricity, resulting in a blackout. Then King Ghidorah becomes supercharged, proceeding to destroy all the planes, as I mentioned in my Act videos. By lightning he launches from his storms and seriously damages Godzilla. So I guess the new part that I'm learning from here is that King Ghidorah uses the middle head to absorb the city's electricity, resulting in a blackout. So that's kind of cool. After King Ghidorah makes Godzilla fall unconscious thanks to its gravity beams, King Ghidorah decides to end it all. So he brings Godzilla up to the stratosphere and drops him, triggering a big explosion and nearly killing him. This occurs in Boston, when King Ghidorah has the advantage. So when he is supercharged, I presume. So according to Sayaka, The drop from the stratosphere is in Boston, not in Mexico, like I previously said, like a very, very long time ago. I keep flip-flopping on this particular section, but according to Sayaka, it's in Boston, which does make sense. And according to Sayaka, it does give a heavy blow to Godzilla, and it's about to kill him. Next up, after the ashes of Mothra fall onto Godzilla, Godzilla is slowly recovering, not becoming Fire Godzilla yet. Ghidorah notices something is wrong. It entangles Godzilla, presumably with its necks, and tries to suck the life out of Godzilla completely, just like in Godzilla Final Wars. Emma, though, comes to the safety by distracting King Ghidorah with the Orca, allowing Godzilla to turn fully into Fire Godzilla. So this is directly basically from Godzilla Final Wars, which I think if this is true, which I'm like, I would say maybe like 80% sure this is true. This is a really awesome callback, and I'm really glad they're doing that. This King Ghidorah seems to have different characteristics from different type of Ghidorahs, so that is really cool. Next, Fire Godzilla gets attacked by Ghidorah's beams, but they have no effect on him. No surprise there. Fire Godzilla doesn't use a red atomic beam, or doesn't really have a spiral ray, and it just uses nuclear pulses, which I did suspect, but I guess that's some interesting info nonetheless. Next up, the bowing scene. There's only 5 kaiju, according to Sayaka, which I find really, really iffy, in my opinion. But he was correct about other things that I already mentioned earlier on, so I don't know. Who knows, I guess. So these 5 kaiju include Rodan, the rock kaiju that we see in the trailer, the scorpion spider kaiju that we see in the trailer, the mammoth kaiju, and a Muto, which is not really the Aftershock Muto, nor is it the 2014 Muto. It's a kind of different design, so that is very, very interesting. The bowing scene begins with Rodan landing from the sky and not obeying Godzilla. Godzilla glares at him, ready to accept the challenge. The camera switches back and forth between the two. After Rodan hesitated, he bowed slowly. So it seems right here Rodan was about to fight Godzilla right here, so more evidence that Rodan doesn't care who the opponent is. He'll just go straight at it and try and kill that opponent, so that's pretty cool. Here we go. End scene is a collection of news reports using newspapers and photographs to account for what happened directly after the movie's events. So I pretty much said this in my Act 3 video, but there's some additional things that weren't previously mentioned by my source. And here are a couple of things. According to Sayaka, Emma is correct that Titans can indeed improve the environment destroyed by humans and restore the balance of nature. Titan excrement has lots of power that can be harnessed by humans as a new energy source. So that's very similar to Pacific Rim. So that's an interesting callback. And this is very, very interesting. I have a little asterisk right here on my notes. Other Titans have broken into Skull Island. So this is really, really interesting. So other Titans have broken into Skull Island. I don't really know why they would do that. I guess because their old land or home was completely destroyed somehow, and so they just move into some random place. And it seems Skull Island presumably is the victim of this as well. And then maybe later on in Godzilla vs. Kong, King Kong gets irritated or something. I don't know, but that has a lot of implications. Lots of implications. Now let's go into the end credits, specifically the King Kong and credits. Here we go. During the credits, lots of murals are shown. One then appears, revealing Godzilla and Kong fighting each other in ancient times. Then a new unique MonsterVerse intro appears. So kind of like the Dark Universe and the MCU intro. And the intro basically goes like this. It goes through many ancient ruins with many stone pillars, and finally it comes up to a wall with the Warner Brothers and Legendary logo on both sides of them. Various Titan totems emerge. So pretty interesting. And along with that, we also see the Charles Dance and credits, which I did mention in my Act 3 video. So that is everything Sayaka has said regarding Godzilla King of the Monsters. So what do you guys think of all this information Sayaka has mentioned? I'm maybe 85 to 90% sure this information is legit, given he's predicted stuff before. But again, I'm not 100% on this, like, you know, earlier with my leaks. I was 100% on those. With these though, I'm a little bit iffy, but he has predicted a couple things here and there accurately, very, very accurately. So definitely give him the benefit of the doubt for sure. So again, what are your thoughts on all this information down below? I'm not saying this is officially confirmed or whatever. I'm not 100% on this information, but I will say it is very, very likely. So that's basically all for this video. Subscribe, like, and comments. This is methlokaiju signing out.